Dr. Sarah Chen yawned as she walked into the control room of the Global Space Observation Center. It was 3 a.m., and she was not happy about being called in so late. But the urgency in her colleague's voice had convinced her to come. "This better be good, Tom," she said, rubbing her eyes. Tom didn't even look up from his computer screen. "Sarah, you need to see this," he said, his voice shaking. Sarah leaned over his shoulder and looked at the screen. At first, she didn't understand what she was seeing. The image showed a section of space that should have been empty. Instead, it was filled with strange, geometric shapes. "What am I looking at?" she asked, suddenly wide awake. Tom zoomed out the image. Sarah's jaw dropped. The shapes were ships. Thousands of them, maybe millions, all moving in perfect formation. "How far away are they?" Sarah whispered. "Based on our calculations, they'll reach Earth in about a week," Tom replied. Sarah's mind raced. This couldn't be happening. Aliens were real, and they were coming to Earth. She took a deep breath and tried to think logically. "Have you told anyone else?" she asked. Tom shook his head. "You're the first person I called." Sarah nodded. "Good. We need to keep this quiet for now. Call the president and the Joint Chiefs. We need a meeting now." 3 hours later, Sarah found herself in a room with the most powerful people in the world. The President of the United States looked tired and worried as Sarah explained what they had discovered. "Are you absolutely sure about this, Dr. Chen?" he asked. Sarah nodded. "Yes, Mr. President. We've triple-checked our data. There's no doubt. We are not alone in the universe, and whoever they are, they're coming here." The room erupted into chaos. Military leaders argued about defense strategies. Politicians worried about how to tell the public. Scientists debated the implications of alien life. Suddenly, every screen in the room lit up. A face appeared, but it wasn't human. The alien had blue skin, large eyes, and no visible mouth. When it spoke, its words appeared as text on the screen. "People of Earth," the message read, "we are the Galactic Empire. Your planet has been chosen for assimilation. Resistance is futile. Prepare for our arrival." The room fell silent. The alien's face disappeared, leaving everyone staring at blank screens. The president was the first to speak. "Well," he said, his voice steady despite the fear in his eyes, "I guess that answers the question of whether they're friendly." Sarah's mind was racing. The technology needed to hijack every screen on the planet was far beyond anything humans could do. These aliens were advanced, powerful, and clearly not here to make friends. "Mr. President," she said, "we need to prepare. We have 1 week before they arrive. We need to tell the public, unite the world's militaries, and come up with a plan." The president nodded. "You're right, Dr. Chen, and I want you to lead the scientific team. If there's a way to stop them, I need you to find it." Sarah felt the weight of the world on her shoulders, but she also felt something else: determination. Humanity had faced challenges before, and they had always found a way to survive. This would be no different. As she left the meeting, Sarah looked up at the sky. Somewhere up there, an alien armada was heading towards Earth. But they were in for a surprise. Humans were not going to roll over and surrender. They were going to fight. Little did the Galactic Empire know, Earth had a few surprises up its sleeve, and Sarah Chen was about to become the most important scientist in human history, the one who would find a way to save the world. The world was in chaos. News of the alien fleet had spread like wildfire, causing panic in every corner of the globe. But in a secret underground facility, deep beneath the Rocky Mountains, a different kind of energy filled the air, one of purpose and determination. General Maria Rodriguez strode down a long corridor, her boots echoing on the metal floor. She had been waiting for this moment for years, hoping it would never come. But now that it had, she was ready. She entered a large room filled with screens and busy technicians. In the center stood a holographic display of Earth, surrounded by tiny red dots representing the approaching alien fleet. "Status report," she barked. A young scientist named Alex jumped to attention. "The shield is ready, General. We're just waiting for your command." Maria nodded, her face grim. "And the world leaders? All on standby, Mom. They're ready to make the announcement as soon as we activate the shield." Maria took a deep breath. This was it, the moment that would change everything. "Activate the shield," she ordered. Alex's fingers flew over his keyboard. For a moment, nothing happened. Then, a faint blue glow appeared around the holographic Earth. It grew brighter and brighter until it was a brilliant, shimmering sphere. "Shield activated and holding steady," Alex reported, excitement in his voice. Maria allowed herself a small smile. "Send the signal. It's time to show the world what we've been working on." Across the globe, in homes, offices, and public spaces, screens flickered to life. The President of the United States appeared, his face solemn but determined. "My fellow citizens of Earth," he began, "as you know, we face a threat unlike any in human history. But I am here to tell you that we are not defenseless. For decades, the world's governments have been working together in secret, preparing for this very moment." The image changed, showing a view of Earth from space. As millions watched in awe, a blue energy field flickered into existence around the planet. "This," the President continued, "is humanity's shield, a defense system capable of protecting our entire planet. The alien fleet may be advanced, but they will find that humanity is not so easily conquered." In the secret facility, Maria watched the reactions pouring in from around the world. Shock, disbelief, and then hope. Suddenly, alarms blared. "General," Alex shouted, "the alien fleet is accelerating. They'll reach Earth in hours, not days." Maria's mind raced. This wasn't part of the plan. They needed more time. "Boost power to the shield," she ordered, "and get me a direct line to their ships. It's time we had a chat with these Empire folks." As her team scrambled to obey, Maria's thoughts drifted to the past. She remembered the day, 30 years ago, when a small team of scientists made an incredible discovery, a way to harness the Earth's magnetic field to create an impenetrable barrier. It had taken decades of secret work, hidden budgets, and silent cooperation between nations usually at odds. But they had done it. Now, it was their only hope. A face appeared on the main screen. The same alien that had delivered the initial threat. Its large eyes blinked in what Maria guessed was surprise. "This is General Maria Rodriguez of Earth," she said, her voice steady. "I believe we need to talk." The alien's response appeared as text. "Your defenses are impressive, but futile. The Galactic Empire cannot be stopped." Maria smiled. It wasn't a friendly smile. "Well, that sounds like a challenge. And let me tell you something about humans. We love a good challenge." As she spoke, Maria could almost feel the spirit of every human on Earth standing with her. They had spent their history fighting each other, but now, faced with an external threat, humanity was united. The alien's eyes narrowed. "You have one day to reconsider your resistance. Then we will show you the true power of the Empire." The screen went dark. Maria turned to her team, her eyes blazing with determination. "You heard them," she said. "We have one day to come up with a plan to save Earth. Let's make it count." As her team burst into action, Maria looked at the holographic Earth, still shimmering with its protective shield. The aliens thought this was humanity's last defense. Little did they know, it was just the beginning. The sun rose on a changed world. Streets that were usually busy with morning traffic were eerily quiet. People huddled in their homes, eyes glued to screens, waiting for news. In New York, London, Beijing, and every major city on Earth, massive holograms flickered to life in the sky. The alien face that had become familiar to everyone over the past day appeared, its large eyes scanning the planet below. "People of Earth," the message began, "your defiance is impressive, but misguided. The Galactic Empire has conquered 1,000,000 worlds. Your shield, while remarkable for such a primitive species, cannot hold forever. In the underground command center, General Rodriguez watched the broadcast with gritted teeth. Beside her, Dr. Sarah Chen worked furiously at a computer, analyzing data from the shield. "The alien is right about one thing," Sarah said, not looking up from her screen. "The shield is draining our power faster than we expected. We have maybe a week before it fails." Maria nodded grimly. "Then we better hope our plan works." On the hologram, the alien continued, "We are not without mercy. You have 1 week to surrender and join the Empire peacefully. If you do not, we will be forced to take more drastic measures." The image changed, showing a small rocky planet. Suddenly, a beam of energy shot from off-screen, striking the planet. In a matter of seconds, the entire world cracked and shattered like an egg. Gasps of horror echoed around the command center. Maria felt her blood run cold. "This," the alien said, "is the fate that awaits Earth if you continue to resist. You have 1 week to make your decision. Choose wisely." The hologram flickered and disappeared, leaving stunned silence in its wake. For a moment, no one in the command center spoke. Then, a young technician broke down in tears. Others soon followed, the weight of what they had just seen crushing their spirits. Maria slammed her fist on the table. "Pull yourselves together," she shouted. "This is exactly what they want. They're trying to break us with fear." Sarah stood up, her face pale but determined. "Maria's right. We knew this wouldn't be easy, but we have something the aliens don't expect: the human spirit." As if on cue, the main screen lit up with incoming messages. World leaders, scientists, even ordinary citizens were reaching out, all with the same message: "We will not surrender." Maria felt a surge of pride. This was humanity at its best, united in the face of an overwhelming threat. "Okay, people," she said, her voice ringing with authority. "We have a week to save the world. Let's make every second count." The command center burst into action. Scientists huddled over computers, military strategists pored over star charts, and diplomats worked to keep the world united. Sarah approached Maria, holding a tablet. "I think I have an idea," she said. "It's risky, but if it works, we might be able to turn their own technology against them." Maria nodded. "At this point, we need every idea we can get. What do you have in mind?" As Sarah explained her plan, Maria felt a glimmer of hope. It was audacious, perhaps even crazy. But then again, the whole situation was crazy. Aliens threatening to destroy the Earth, a planet-wide energy shield. If someone had told her this would happen a week ago, she would have laughed. But now, looking around at the determined faces of her team, Maria knew that if anyone could pull off the impossible, it was the human race. "All right," she said when Sarah finished. "Let's do it. Assemble a team. We'll need the best of the best." As Sarah hurried off, Maria turned to look at the main screen. It showed a view of Earth from orbit, the shield a shimmering blue bubble around the planet. Beyond it, barely visible, were the menacing shapes of the alien fleet. Maria straightened her uniform. They had 1 week to save humanity. It wasn't much time, but it would have to be enough. Because failure wasn't an option. The Galactic Empire thought they had Earth cornered, but they were about to learn a very important lesson. Never underestimate humans when their backs are against the wall. The underground command center buzzed with activity. 5 days had passed since the Empire's ultimatum, and time was running out. In the center of the room, a diverse group of individuals huddled around a holographic display. Dr. Sarah Chen pointed to a 3D model of an alien ship. "This is our target," she said. "The Empire's command ship. If we can infiltrate it, we might have a chance to turn the tables." Next to her, a tall man with cybernetic implants nodded. This was Jake Torres, Earth's top hacker. "I studied the transmissions we've intercepted," he said. "Their systems are advanced, but not unbeatable. If I can get inside, I can cause some real damage." A muscular woman in a military uniform stepped forward. "Getting you inside is my job," said Major Zoe Blackburn, leader of Earth's most elite Special Forces team. "My team can handle anything these aliens throw at us." General Rodriguez looked at the group. They were Earth's best hope, a team of scientists, soldiers, and hackers from every corner of the globe. "You all understand the risks," she said. "This mission is likely a one-way trip." They nodded solemnly. They knew what was at stake. "Then let's begin," Rodriguez said. The next 48 hours were a whirlwind of activity. In a hidden hangar, engineers worked round the clock to modify a captured alien scout ship. They had shot it down in the early days of the invasion, and now it was their Trojan horse. Sarah and her team worked on understanding alien technology. Jake practiced hacking simulated alien systems. Zoe and her soldiers ran combat drills, preparing for every possible scenario. As they trained, the world held its breath. The alien fleet loomed in the sky, a constant reminder of the threat they faced. Earth's shield still held, but it was weakening by the hour. On the eve of the mission, the team gathered for a final briefing. The mood was tense but determined. "Tomorrow," Rodriguez said, "you will embark on the most important mission in human history. The fate of our world rests on your shoulders. But remember, you carry with you the hopes and dreams of every person on Earth." She looked at each member of the team. "You were chosen not just for your skills, but for your courage, your creativity, and your unwavering spirit. These are the qualities that define humanity. They are our greatest strength, and they are what the Empire doesn't expect." Sarah stepped forward, holding a small device. "This is our secret weapon," she said. "We call it the Chaos Drive. Once activated, it will disrupt the Empire's technology, giving us a fighting chance." Jake grinned. "And once I'm in their systems, I'll make sure that chance counts." Zoe nodded grimly. "My team will keep you alive long enough to do it." As the meeting ended, the team dispersed to make final preparations. Sarah found herself alone, staring at a screen showing the alien fleet. A hand touched her shoulder. It was Rodriguez. "Doubts?" the general asked. Sarah sighed. The fate of humanity shouldn't rest on one long-shot mission." Rodriguez smiled. "It doesn't. It rests on humanity itself. This mission is just our way of showing the Empire what we're made of." She pointed to the screen. "They think they have us cornered, but they don't understand what humans are capable of when we're pushed to the brink. We've faced extinction before, ice ages, plagues, our own destructive nature. Each time, we've not just survived, but emerged stronger." Sarah felt a surge of determination. Rodriguez was right. This wasn't just about their mission. It was about showing the universe what humanity could do. As dawn broke on the day of the mission, the team boarded their modified alien ship. As the hangar doors opened, revealing the star-filled sky, Sarah took a deep breath. Whatever happened next, the Galactic Empire was about to learn an important lesson. Never underestimate the human spirit. The modified alien scout ship slipped silently through space, its cloaking device hiding it from the Empire's sensors. Inside, the team sat in tense silence. Dr. Sarah Chen clutched the Chaos Drive, their secret weapon. Major Zoe Blackburn checked her weapon for the 100th time. Jake Torres, his cybernetic implants glowing softly, mentally prepared for the hacking challenge ahead. "We're approaching the command ship," the pilot announced. "Prepare for docking." Sarah's heart raced as she felt a slight bump. They had attached to the massive alien vessel. Zoe stood up. "Remember the plan. We get in, plant the Chaos Drive, and get out. Simple." Jake snorted. "Yeah, simple. Just infiltrating the most advanced alien ship in the galaxy. No pressure." They moved swiftly through the airlock. The interior of the Empire's ship was a maze of sleek, metallic corridors bathed in an eerie blue light. Strange symbols covered the walls. "This way," Jake whispered, his cybernetic eyes scanning the alien text. The main control room should be 2 levels up. They moved quietly, avoiding patrols of robotic guards. Sarah marveled at the advanced technology surrounding them. In any other situation, she would have been thrilled to study it. Suddenly, an alarm blared. Red lights flashed along the corridors. "They've detected us," Zoe shouted. "Move." They ran, alien shouts echoing behind them. Zoe turned, her weapon firing bursts of energy that dropped the pursuing guards. They'd reached a large door. Jake placed his hand on the control panel, his implants interfacing with the alien tech. Come on," he muttered. The doors slid open, revealing a vast chamber filled with holographic displays and control panels. Alien crew members turned in surprise. "Now," Zoe yelled. Her team burst into action, stunning the aliens before they could react. Within seconds, they had control of the room. Jake rushed to the main console. "I'm in their system. Starting the upload now." Sarah approached with the Chaos Drive. "Once this is activated, you'll have about 5 minutes before their systems go haywire." As Jake worked, Sarah noticed one of the stunned aliens moving. She turned just in time to see it press a button on its wrist. A new alarm sounded, different from the first. "What's happening?" Sarah asked. Jake's face paled as he read the alien text scrolling across the screens. They're targeting Earth. They're going to fire their main weapon." Sarah's blood ran cold. This wasn't part of the plan. They had to do something, fast. "Can you stop it?" Zoe demanded. Jake shook his head. "The weapon systems are on a separate network. I can't access them from here." Sarah's mind raced. Then she had an idea. A crazy, dangerous idea. "The Chaos Drive," she said. "If we overload it, it might create a big enough disruption to stop the weapon. But that would destroy this entire ship," Zoe pointed out. Sarah nodded grimly. "And us with it. But it might save Earth." A heavy silence fell over the team. They all knew what this meant. Jake stood up from the console. "Well, I always wanted to go out with a bang." Zoe gripped her weapon tightly. "It's been an honor serving with you all." Sarah took a deep breath and began modifying the Chaos Drive. As she worked, she thought of Earth, of all the people they were saving, of her family, her friends. They would live on, even if she didn't. "It's ready," she said finally. Just then, the door burst open. Alien soldiers poured in, weapons raised. Zoe and her team formed a protective circle around Sarah and Jake. "Whatever you're going to do, do it now," Zoe shouted over the sound of weapon fire. Sarah looked at Jake. He nodded. Together, they pressed the activation button on the overloaded Chaos Drive. For a moment, nothing happened. Then, a wave of energy pulsed out from the device. The aliens' weapons stopped working. The ship's lights flickered and died. As another, stronger pulse emanated from the drive, Sarah closed her eyes. She thought of Earth, safe in its protective shield, unaware of the sacrifice being made to save it. The last thing she heard was the sound of the ship's hull beginning to crack. Then, everything went white. General Maria Rodriguez stared at the large screen in Earth's command center, her heart pounding. Moments ago, they had lost contact with the infiltration team. Now, a blinding flash lit up the space around the alien command ship. "What just happened?" she demanded. A young technician looked up from his console, his face pale. "The alien ship, it's gone, ma'am. Completely destroyed." A heavy silence fell over the room. Everyone knew what this meant. Sarah, Jake, Zoe, and the others, they were gone. Suddenly, alarms blared. "Multiple alien ships are powering up their weapons," someone shouted. Maria's mind raced. The team had succeeded in destroying the command ship, but at what cost? And now, the rest of the fleet was retaliating. "Boost power to the shield," she ordered. "Prepare for impact." The first volley of alien weapons fire struck Earth's shield. The entire planet seemed to shudder. In cities around the world, people looked up in fear as the sky flickered with the impacts. In the command center, technicians worked frantically to maintain the shield. "It's holding," one reported, "but we can't take much more of this." Maria watched the alien fleet on the screen. They were disorganized, their attacks uncoordinated. The destruction of their command ship had clearly thrown them into chaos, but they still outnumbered and outgunned Earth. Just when it seemed hopeless, a technician called out, "General, we're detecting a massive energy surge in the alien fleet." On the screen, ship after ship in the alien armada began to flicker and fail. Weapons went dark. Engines sputtered and died. "It's the chaos drive," Maria realized. It worked. The overloaded device had created a cascade effect, spreading through the entire alien fleet. Their advanced technology, so dependent on complex systems, was their downfall. As the alien ships drifted powerless in space, cheers erupted in the command center. But Maria knew the battle wasn't over yet. "Contact every military force on the planet," she ordered. "It's time to show the Empire what humans can really do." Within hours, a hastily assembled fleet of Earth's ships launched into space. They were a motley crew. Everything from sleek fighter jets adapted for spaceflight to converted passenger rockets. What they lacked in advanced technology, they made up for in determination and ingenuity. The battle that followed would be remembered for generations. Human pilots, flying craft that were primitive by alien standards, darted between the massive Empire ships. They planted explosives, severed key systems, and caused havoc. On the ground, teams of scientists worked tirelessly to understand and adapt the alien technology. Every bit of knowledge gained from the Empire's failed invasion was turned into a weapon to use against them. As the battle raged, Maria received a transmission from one of the alien ships. The face of an Empire commander appeared on screen. "How?" the alien demanded. "How is this possible? You're nothing but primitives." Maria smiled grimly. "You made a grave mistake," she said. "You judged us by our technology, not by our spirit. Humans have been fighting against impossible odds for our entire history. It's what we do best." The alien's eyes widened in what might have been fear. "What are you?" "We're humanity," Maria replied. "And we're just getting started." With that, she cut the transmission. Turning to her team, she saw the same fire in their eyes that she felt in her heart. In space, the tide of battle had turned decisively. The once mighty Empire fleet was in full retreat, pursued by the triumphant ships of Earth. As reports of victory poured in from around the world, Maria allowed herself a moment of reflection. They had lost good people. Sarah, Jake, Zoe, and countless others. Their sacrifice would never be forgotten. But in their darkest hour, humanity had shown its true potential. United in the face of an overwhelming threat, they had not just survived, but triumphed. As the first light of a new dawn broke over Earth, Maria knew that everything had changed. Humanity had taken its first steps into a larger universe, and they had put the galaxy on notice. Earth was not to be underestimated. The Galactic Empire had sought to conquer Earth. Instead, they had awakened a sleeping giant, and now, the stars themselves were within humanity's reach. 1 year had passed since the Galactic Empire's invasion of Earth. The planet had changed dramatically. Alien technology, reverse-engineered from the defeated Empire's ships, had revolutionized every aspect of human life. Cities gleamed with new, advanced architecture. People zipped around in gravity-defying vehicles. The scars of battle were fading, replaced by signs of progress and unity. In orbit above Earth, a massive space station neared completion. It was humanity's first true step into the stars, a symbol of their new place in the galaxy. On the station's observation deck, General Maria Rodriguez stood beside President Chen, Sarah's father. They looked out at the blue marble of Earth below. "It's time," Maria said softly. President Chen nodded. "Let's hope the galaxy is ready for us." They made their way to the station's broadcast center. A team of technicians worked at consoles, preparing for the most important transmission in human history. "We're ready, sir," one of the technicians said. This will be broadcast on all known galactic frequencies. President Chen stepped in front of the camera. Maria stood beside him, a symbol of Earth's military strength. The red light blinked on, and they began. Greetings to all sentient beings of the galaxy, President Chen said, his voice steady. I am President Chen of Earth, speaking on behalf of humanity. He paused, letting the weight of the moment sink in. 1 year ago, the Galactic Empire sought to conquer our world. They believed us to be primitive, easy prey. They were wrong. Images flashed on screens behind them. The initial alien threat, the activation of Earth's shield, the brave infiltration team, the final battle. We fought back, Maria continued, not just with weapons, but with courage, ingenuity, and an unbreakable spirit. We showed the Empire, and now we show all of you, that humanity is not to be underestimated. President Chen spoke again. But we do not send this message to threaten. We have seen the cost of aggression, the futility of empire. We choose a different path. The images change, showing scenes of Earth's recovery, the advancements made, the space station's construction. We extend a hand of friendship to peaceful races, Chen said. We offer cooperation, trade, cultural exchange. Let us learn from each other, grow together. Maria's expression hardened slightly. But let our victory over the Empire serve as a warning to any who would threaten us. Earth stands ready to defend itself, and we will not go quietly. The galaxy is vast, President Chen concluded, full of wonders and dangers we have yet to imagine. Humanity steps into this new frontier with hope and determination. We do not know what the future holds, but we face it unafraid. As the transmission ended, a cheer went up from the technicians. Maria and President Chen shook hands, both feeling the weight of history on their shoulders. They returned to the observation deck. The Earth continued its serene rotation below, unaware of the momentous message just sent on its behalf. What do you think will happen now? President Chen asked. Maria smiled. I think the galaxy is in for a surprise. Humanity has only just begun to show what we're capable of. As if in response to her words, a light blinked on a nearby console. A technician rushed over, his eyes wide. Sir, ma'am, he said excitedly. We're receiving a response. Multiple responses from different sectors of the galaxy. Maria and President Chen exchanged glances. This was it. Humanity's first real contact with alien races beyond the Empire. As they moved to respond, Maria felt a mix of excitement and apprehension. The future was uncertain, full of potential friends and foes. But one thing was sure, humanity had claimed its place among the stars. They had faced their greatest challenge and emerged stronger. Whatever came next, Earth was ready. The sleeping giant had awakened, and the galaxy would never be the same.